This is the most and best signs ever.
Oh,
I mean, it is. Look at that. Can you believe that?
It's a sea of signs.
You praise the signs, and they are indeed creative here.
Best signs ever.
That's the most signs we've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah. World record for signs.
Look at all the signs.
I'm always blown away by the amount of people that are back there and how many of them take time to make signs.
They are opinion on a stick, inside joke on an outsized stage. And they all started, by our best guess, with this guy. Behind the set of College Gameday's third ever road show, 1994 in Nebraska. We don't know who he is. We don't know what his sign says. But oh, what he created.
The crowd is another character in the show. The way that they express themselves individually is through the signs.
People ask me always, what type of social media you putting on game day? I say, we have it. We've had it for years. The signs, it's fans expressing their thought over a medium.
Early on, most signs were game relevant, but soon, players became the favored topic. It seemed to tip with one player in 1999.
I think one of the milestone moments for signage was the explosion of signs that came out poking fun at Peter Warrick, the ex-Florida State wide receiver who had been implicated shoplifting at Dillard's. And the Gator fans surpassed themselves. It was a field day behind us.
I thought Peyton Manning got rough treatment here during his career at Tennessee. It's nothing compared to this.
Today's players almost expect the sign scrutiny, where no photo or fashion choice is safe.
Oh, the jorts.
If you're not from the South, you might not know what they are. It's a thing that's been talked about for a while with Florida fans and wearing jean shorts.
Who wears those? I mean, really, who wears jorts?
Oh man, those students dig way back. There was one of me on my scooter. I was in jorts, of course.
Coaches, of course, are the most enduring fodder, targets, whether they're large in reputation or just, well, large.
If you maybe have a few extra pounds on your frame, the opposing fans will let you know about it.
Unfortunately, I've had a lot of negatives one about me and my background. You know, I think it's pretty humorous, and I think it shows some very good imagination.
Sometimes signs make random accusations about coaches that actually turn out to be true.
Will Muschamp listens to Nickelback, and I had to look it up and call my wife to find out who Nickelback was, and actually found out I do like a couple of their songs. I didn't even know they sang them.
No one is immune from the carnage of signage. Definitely not us, especially one of us.
Hey, first of all, this is the sign of the year. This is terrific. Yeah, I do. All right.
Wildcat women love Corso.
The most memorable sign to me is one that said, Corso's not wearing pants. I mean, think about the end of the show. Pantless, jacket, tie, headgear.
As for the show's host, apparently the best way to get at him is behind his back and over his shoulder.
My least favorite sign / inflatable was at Boston College one year when a giant inflatable green alien had his way with me for the better part of the show. I mean, I felt violated almost after I watched it back. I mean, good luck paying attention to the football talk when there's an inflatable jockeying for position.
Still, when it comes to signs, we confess. Our favorites are ones we never saw coming. Consider this sign from a decade ago in Pittsburgh, proclaiming a Wade Boggs feat of incomprehensible proportion.
Wilbon, let me show you something from College Gameday, and you tell me whether you think it's true. Look over Chris Fowler's shoulder. Did you know Wade Boggs drank 64 beers on a cross-country flight? Do you think that's true?
Wade Boggs? 64 beers? I want to know the answer to that.
No, it's not true. It wasn't 64. Put it this way, it was a few Miller Lights.
Other posters are so pedestrian, they're fantastic.
I remember seeing the I'm Asian sign early in the show in Dallas, and I'm thinking to myself, that has to be offensive. Someone saying I'm Asian, I couldn't convince myself of a reason that was offensive, and we left it. and then it appears the second week and the third week. And then I think there's a sign 4 or 5 weeks here that's I'm Caucasian. And it just sort of takes on a life of its own.
So, what is the ultimate sign? There's no right answer, of course, but this one from LSU in 2007 certainly asked a question.
I knew I wanted to propose, I just wasn't sure how. And we saw Florida, LSU on the schedule, and we figured College Game Day would be here. My mom thought it'd be a great idea if I proposed to her by holding up a sign.
He showed me on the DVR, then I saw the sign. He asked, and I said yes.
3 months ago, Raphael and Shay had their first child, a baby boy.
What's the name of my son? Oh boy. My son's name is Espen.
Wow. What was his middle name? Game Day?
From marriage proposals to M&M heads. From the inconsiderate to the inexplicable. We'll be looking and reading and asking, what's your sign?